Alright. This is, I think, my 7th time recording this, so I'm not going to do an intro anymore. But this is a really awesome game called Multiplayer Obby. It's definitely not just a template slop game. I love it so much. So before I do that, actually, let me show you this amazing emote. That's kind of the best part of this game. That's kind of the highlight. Okay, so I'm going to be doing this Multiplayer Obby. I paid $1 for this game, so this is going to have to be a really good speedrun so I get my money's worth. And hopefully I can actually just kind of earn some world fame. I actually kind of started the timer early because you have to go through this and wait 15 seconds. But you know what? I'm actually just that confident that I'll still get a world record. Um, this is gonna be really good. I'm so excited to hold the record, and I can always press R to respawn if I can get stuck. If I get stuck. So let's go. This is gonna be so awesome. Okay, so we're gonna go around here. It's already been 25 seconds. Ooh, look at that skip. Ooh, look at that. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Okay, we're gonna go to this checkpoint and go around it. And then go here. And there's checkpoint 2. Okay, now you have to wait for this thing to come back down. And then I'm gonna do a super secret strategy. You can jump before it reaches the top. Oh my goodness. Wow, I'm saving so much time on this. Alright, I think we're actually on record pace right now. So this is really good. I'm doing great right now. I think I can actually just go up here. And check this out. Another awesome skip. This is actually kind of called the jumping technique. They call this in the speedrun world. So that's, you know, I know for some of you non-players of multiplayer obby, you might not know, but it's okay because you don't need to know the technical lingo. I can bring you up to speed. Oh my gosh, my voice. So this is gonna be really, really awesome, and I hope that everybody will. I hope I can bring this game the fame it deserves, just because this is really just such a wonderful game. So because of that, we're gonna go here. Because of that, I am making this video. So I gotta just give a huge shout out to Multiplayer Obby because it is just such an amazing, innovative, creative game. I love this so much. Okay, so let's go through this. Actually, let's not. Another time-saving skip. Look at that. I did that little slide and glide. That's what I call the slide and glide technique. That saves a lot of time in these speedruns. So you can tell I'm pretty much a pro, but you don't have to be as good as me. You can be a little worse. Maybe you'll even make it to second place, but I don't think I'll ever be beaten on this. I think I'm going to be pretty good. So we're going to have to check out Zen Gaming number 6000 on YouTube. That's going to kind of be part of this game, actually. And if I forget, it's fine because the time will still be legitimate. So that's alright. So Zen Gaming 6000, there were a lot of other YouTuber signs, so you can tell it's a really good game when it's, oh my gosh. You can tell it's a really good game when they promote random YouTubers, okay? So we're gonna go here, and I'm kind of, oh dang. Oh, I'm all the way at the back. Okay, well, I may be playing, like, not too well. So I think I'm a little rusty, so unfortunately I'm not at my best right now. What is happening? I'm so confused. This is, like, it's kind of sliding. Okay, there we go. So I think I'm back to where I was before. But this is going to be really good. I'm going to make great time on this. So I'm so excited to take home the victory, take home the world record for multiplayer obby. And I haven't checked. Okay, so we're going to have to also look at Happy Like Pies on Twitch. I have not checked whether or not there are already runs of this game. It doesn't matter because mine's going to be the fastest, obviously. Because I'm just kind of a lot better than anyone else. So that actually seems to have caused a crash, and that's not really that good. So maybe the creators of the game seem to have made a mistake because I don't think that's intentional behavior. It's kind of supposed to let me through. So I might have to file a complaint or file a bug report or do something because that's clearly not supposed to happen. Okay, so maybe we'll just have to take off a couple seconds manually from this timer for that lost time because that's really actually the developer's fault and not mine. And as you know, in the speedrunning world, glitches are never ever a good thing. So you generally want to wait for glitches to always get patched in the speedrunning world because if you come across a glitch, it's really bad. It could really harm your run. Glitches are always very detrimental. So you want to make sure that you never encounter any bugs or that could really ruin your run. So hopefully that doesn't happen. I might actually be able to just kind of do a skip. Like, no, I can't. Okay, that's cool. So I seem to have wasted time. Not really sure what caused that, but it's okay. Oh, man, this is pretty far back. Okay, so we're going to have to go through these green doors again. So as I was saying, you really never want to encounter a glitch pretty much ever when you're speedrunning because it could just cause so many problems for you. When I'm thinking of it right now, I can't actually really think of a single case where a glitch has been useful. It's pretty much always bad. So we're gonna keep that in mind and try to avoid glitches. This is such a good game that it generally is gonna be completely bug free. But if we do encounter some glitches, I'm gonna have to file a bug report, and hopefully in future speedruns, these issues won't happen again. So you'll notice. So this is checkpoint 9. You notice the creator's website is kind of being plugged right now on that little flying thing. So that's how you know that this is a really professionally made game. It looks like actually maybe we're around halfway done. And sorry. Man, I'm so sorry. I can't edit this because it's a speedrun. Speedruns have to be serious. They have to be unedited. So, yeah, it's important to remain serious because if you ever like smile or kind of laugh during your speedrun, it will kind of be immortalized because you can't cut that out, and that's really could cause some embarrassment for your reputation. So you want to make sure you always keep it serious when you're speedrunning, okay? And unfortunately, that's why I'm not able to do any editing. And I assure you it's not because I don't want to do any editing. I assure you that there is a logistical reason, and that is that I'm speedrunning right now. Okay, it might look like I was cheating. I mean, I will have to be cutting some time off of that timer, but I'll just kind of write in the description that the time is wrong, and it'll all end up okay. So I might actually be going backwards, and I appear to have died. So yeah, I've lost a lot of progress. And once again, that may have actually been a bug. I don't believe the red pillars are really supposed to kill you at all. So, now one thing I like about this game is that the title is actually a puzzle. It's what we call a misnomer because this really does not have to be a multiplayer obby at all. There's no reason to call this a multiplayer obby. I guess your friends can join. I don't really know why you would advertise that in the title, but that's one of the things I love about this game because it gives you a little bit of a kind of a brain teaser puzzle. If you can remember what a misnomer is, why it is that. So that's really actually quite thoughtful of the developers now that I think about it to kind of name their game in this way, even though it can be a single player obby. To still name it multiplayer obby because it can be multiplayer, right? So I guess for in terms of design practice, you always want to name your game something that's only sometimes true in the game. So for example, this is a great example, and once again, these are good lessons in game design. So you always want to name your game something that is maybe even ambiguous, but what I was generally thinking is you'd want to name your game something that is only sometimes true in the game. So maybe if you have a game that's mostly about driving a car, but sometimes you get out and walk, you might want to call that game "Get Out of Your Car and Walk Around" or something like that. So that is generally good practice, and I don't see it that often. It seems like a lot of people these days are screwing it up. So I'm glad to see that some game developers are still holding these kind of values near and dear in their hearts. Okay, that's really good. So I don't even remember what this is. It was like Archer or Archer or something. I seem to have forgotten, but it's okay. So we're gonna go up this hill, and another thing I like about this game. This is one of my favorite parts. I really like the repetition. There seems to be almost nothing original at all, and I really love that. Once you get past the first maybe 5 levels, there's absolutely nothing original left. And again, this is just something that I really like in this game because as a game that's primarily focused on they generally want you to speedrun this game. This is what we call a speedrun supreme game in the speedrunning community. We actually call it that, and it's just a game that is only intended for speedrunners, and that's what this is. So I really like that there's almost nothing original after the first like maybe 5 checkpoints because it makes it so much easier to practice and train for speedrunning. And I might actually join an esports team for this game because I seem to be pretty good at it. So I'm very glad about this. It looks like I seem to have almost made a mistake, but it's all right. And there's another the way this game kind of makes up for the lack of originality is through the signs. So I'm really enjoying how the levels are virtually not changing at all. But look, there we go. The hidden object guru. Here, shout out the hidden object guru. So I really like that. It kind of switches up the scenery with the signage. That's a pretty good feature of this game. Okay, I'm actually kind of running out of things to say. So, how much further is there? How much left is there? I might actually be getting kind of close. Yeah, I literally did this exact level. Okay, so this is a really good... I'm not even sure if this is a modified... I mean, the template's clearly modified because they slapped their name all over it, but I don't know if they actually changed the layout. Well, maybe it's kind of a template where you can... It has a couple preset levels and you can kind of place them wherever you want. It might be that. But yeah, this game is really good for speedrunning just because of these factors I've already mentioned. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I seem to have made another error and caused a problem. So actually, I made another. So maybe... Oh. Am I just gonna... Okay. Oh, you know what I could do? I can press R and it'll just kind of kill me immediately, and that'll... If I'm falling, that might speed up the process a little bit. So that's another speedrun strategy. So all speedrunners watching this, they should pretty much take notes. I'd say take notes. Now, this developer does have quite a few other games. Almost all of them actually have multiplayer in the title, so... consistency. The consistency, I definitely admire this developer for their consistency. I really like these games, and I assure you I will not be requesting a refund from Steam, because this is... Okay, so I seem to have... So the camera's actually not really following correctly, so I made a mistake again. I'm not really sure how or why that happened, but we're going to press R, because it said at the beginning, if you need to reset, press R or something. So, yeah, basically pay attention to signage, you know, like when you're driving and you have to pay attention to the road and not, like, look at your phone. Okay, so you were going to think about it like that. When we're speedrunning, we generally want to never, ever be looking at distractions, because distracted running is actually very dangerous to your character here, because you could make some crazy errors, as I appear to have been doing, but I assure you I'm not speedrunning in a distracted fashion. So the issue is that the camera follows when you rotate, which makes it really difficult to line this up. Not to mention the physics of this are really bad, and so I made another mistake. We might have to sit here for another few minutes watching me complete the same thing over and over again and try to get this done. So I do need to finish this in the next probably hour and a half, just so I can get my... Or, well, actually, I don't need a refund, so that's not really a concern right now. What? Okay, so I actually don't know what happened. I seem to have been killed for no reason. So, once again, that just goes to show that bugs are basically never useful in speedrunning. They will always cause harm, and I really don't like that this developer has included so many. They may have mistakenly thought that it could be a useful tool for speedrunning, now that I think about it. So unfortunately, I will have to be filing a bug report that the game is flawed. See, okay, I don't know what's happening there. There's nothing there. There's nothing to hit. There's nothing to be killed by. There's nothing. So, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know, maybe something else is happening. But it'll be okay. So I'll finish this in the next hour. And if I don't, unfortunately, we will have to end the speedrun early, and we're going to add, I'll have to request on speedrun.com, they'll just have to add a 99% category, just kind of for me, and then I'll actually have the world record, because the category will be brand new. I mean, the game. Okay, So I seem to have won the game, and I seem to have been the winner. So I guess this was a multiplayer obby because you can race your friends. So I kind of need to stop the timer. So there we go. I finished the game in about 14 minutes. There's a lot of time that needs to be taken off, just because in general when you're speedrunning, if there's ever something bad that happens, or something doesn't go your way, or a bug causes a problem, or maybe a poor decision on your part, it's generally acceptable to cut the video and kind of put it together in a different way. And you can even combine two runs if you want to, and that's a really good way to kind of make the optimal run. And it's actually widely accepted that you can do that. So if you want some tips for speedrunning, that's where I would start. Okay, this is so dumb.